Your favorite influencer or your close friends are showing off their new houses on social media. You want to have all of that, but there is one problem. You are confused about whether to continue living in your rental house or buy a new home. You feel like renting is an absolute waste of money. Well, today we discuss just that. Welcome to Fix Your Finances, Build Your Wealth. If you want to build your financial wealth and fill your mind with the right information, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for us to provide you with more valuable content. Let's get to the good old and often debated topic, shall we? Not all of us have millions of dollars of inherited wealth or a seven-figure salary to buy the things that we want. Owning a house is the ultimate goal for many. After all, it is one of the basic needs of human beings. Having a permanent residence gives you immense pride and satisfaction. But like all good things in life, owning a house also means that there will be a lot of additional charges and maintenance that you need to pay. This is where renting a property or house makes much more sense, especially if you cannot afford to buy a house near your workplace or in a crowded city. Unlike what few people think, renting is never a waste of money, especially when you take your current financial situation into account. Sure, you were just giving away your money to the landlord that you could invest in buying a new house for yourself. But buying a house or an apartment might not be something you should consider because you might not be staying permanently at that place for the time being. We are not recommending you to rent a house throughout your life, but there are times when renting makes absolute sense to us. If you still carry the burden of your credit card payments or student loans, buying a new house will only add more burden to your existing financial situation. It is good to rent a place for cheap and get your finances sorted out. This means that renting can be a very effective financial tool to help you clear your debt and save the rest of your money for your new home or invest it elsewhere to make more income. Sometimes you need more time to plan out things because buying a house is a long-term commitment. So it is very important that you should think through your decisions and make decisions without putting enough thought into it is a bad move from a financial point of view. If you just started out with your career or got recently married, you are uncertain about where your career will take you, then renting is still the best option out there for you. Speaking about career, there are certain career choices that require you to constantly move from one place to another, and again, renting out is the best option here as well. That's not it. If you are not sure about which locality you want to be a part of, then renting a place in that locality is a wise decision to make financially, and in case if you get tired of that place, you can always switch places because you choose to rent a house instead of buying it. The biggest headache of owning a house will be maintaining it, and this also would depend on the age of the house. But with renting, however, the landlord is supposed to fix any repairs during the rental period. So you don't have to visit the hardware store or even call the plumber for your repairs. Your landlord got you covered, and you can live with peace of mind. That being said, there are some instances where renting a house can shake up your finances. One of them would be the fluctuations in the rate of rents. Let us say you have been staying in an apartment for a few years now, and then the area becomes more valuable due to commercial spaces opening up in your locality. This will also reflect on the rent that you pay for your apartment as the value of the property increases due to added amenities. The other issue with renting is that you will never get any returns on the money that you pay as rent. Once paid, and it is gone forever. That being said, the freedom to renovate is limited as you need the approval of the landlord to do so. So essentially, what you see is what you get. Let's now discuss the other side of the coin, that is buying your own house. Buying a house is a very big decision to make, and you should only think about it when you are financially ready. When you are ready, it becomes one of the most fulfilling moments of your life. Just like we mentioned earlier, when you pay your rent, your money is gone forever. But if you are buying a house with a loan, you are paying the money towards the full ownership of the house in the near future. The best part is that real estate is an appreciating asset, which means your house will be more valuable over time. Depending on the location of the house and the condition of the house, since you are the owner of the house, you are free to renovate the house as per your requirements and make it your own. Don't forget to ask your kids for some color suggestions for the walls of their room. Maybe they have their own suggestions too. Who knows? You will also have tax benefits too in some cases. Privacy used to be a concern for you back when you were renting an apartment, And now that's not the case, as your neighbors are not too close to you. No more cramped apartments and tight spaces. Even if you are not staying in your house, you can rent it out and make passive income from the rental income. Most important of all is that the house is all yours, and you made it a reality through patience and hard work. That will hit differently for all of us. Just like renting has got its own negatives, buying a house also has its own fair share of negatives too. Let's say you had to switch jobs and your new job requires you to be in a different part of the country. You will have to live in a rented apartment again, and you either have to sell your own house or rent it out. This can be a problem where you are uncertain about the time you will have to spend in this new location. Selling your house won't be as easy as moving out to another rental apartment. When you own a house, it will come with a lot of expenses that you have to bear. Maintenance charges that you once saved as a tenant will come back to you once you become the landlord. It is not that fun to fix pipe leaks, which adds more stress to your existing lifestyle. Homeowners insurance usually costs more than renters insurance. Combine that with HOA fees, flood policy, higher utility bills and property taxes, and you will be paying more from your pocket on a monthly basis. Now that we have explored both sides of the coin, it is time to give our final verdict on this age-old debate. Owning a house is better in many ways as long as you can afford it. If you cannot, then renting might be your best bet. Most people who are renting places to stay are not wasting money, but they are not ready yet to purchase a new home. It is not wise to spend money just to look cool on social media or to impress your friends or people that generally don't care, because in the end, you will be solely responsible for your bad decisions. Taking control of your money is one of the best things to do, especially at a younger age. If you feel like you are behind your friends or that social media influencer just because you don't own a house yet, stop worrying and try focusing on your finances by setting goals that can get you better things in the long run. Whether you should or should not rent or buy a house may seem like an apple-to-apple comparison if you look at the monthly cost. But as we discussed earlier, homeownership costs a lot more money than just monthly payments. Thus, this is not going to be an apples-to-apples comparison. If you are moving into an expensive locality, then buying a house there is not a good idea, and renting makes a lot more sense, especially if you are not going to stay there permanently. If you are still confused, you can talk to a real estate professional in your locality to get professional help with this matter. It may not be easy to find a lovely house within your budget, and that's why it's important to seek professional help. You can also save money because, at times, it's the homeowner that pays the agent in commission and not you. And they can probably negotiate with the landlord better than you do. If you have an agent by your side, then you won't have to deal with all the paperwork of buying the house. With that, we have come to the end of our video. Let us know in the comments below if you're renting right now and how you feel about renting versus buying. And make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at @FixYourFinances_. See you next time at Fix Your Finances.